Morning, everybody. Kind of another easy one today. 58 degrees. Air temperature's not even as bad. Humidity's up. Hopefully that breaks soon. Over the past couple days, I've really been thinking about who I am. And I guess that can translate in our lives to who we are and how we relate to the people around us. And that brings me back to Jungian thought and Buddhist thought and the idea of the ego. And that ego being a connection to the outside world. And we fall into a trap of thinking we have to be somebody for everybody else, that we have to please other people, that we have to seek other people's approval. And that's an okay thing until you aren't true to yourself. And by no means am I saying that we should be cheating people or hurting people or doing wrong by people. But if you're doing something you believe in and other people criticize you for what you're doing, if you believe in it, it's what you should be doing. It brings up a Stoic quote: spend no more time arguing what a good man should be one. So if somebody doesn't like something you believe, it's okay to disagree and stay true to who you want to be. What the ego does is it causes a great deal of suffering, a great deal of frustration. So I come back to two Stoic quotes for this. The first: if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So when we look at being offended by other people or being hurt by other people or even being criticized by other people, that's really the result of ourselves, and we can let that go. We give validation to people's criticisms, and if we don't do that, then it's not going to hurt us. Sometimes you have to go forward and you have to do what you believe is the right thing. You have to do what you believe is right by you, even when other people criticize you for doing that. And I've noticed that in my own personality from time to time. And I've moved away from that to really speaking my truth. And if my truth offends or bothers, well, that has nothing to do with me because it's my truth, and I shouldn't conform who I am for the people around me. The next quote ties very similarly to that. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And this falls into allowing ourselves to think based on what other people say and how other people believe. And when we can instead allow our thoughts to be positive and believe in what we're doing and why we're doing it and what the outcome will be, well, in the end, things work out much better for us. In the end of that moment, we can sleep at night. I have to say, I think that's my biggest barometer for my success. My ability to put my head on my pillow and know I've done the hardest work I can do. I've been true to my beliefs. Even when other people disparage it or other people don't believe in it, if I know I've taken steps every day toward my goal and toward where I want to be, then sleeping at night becomes easy. So wrapping it all up, it really simply becomes: have your vision, have your morals, have your beliefs, and don't allow other people, by their condemnation, by their criticism, or by their ridicule, to tear them down. It's okay to listen to other people. It's okay to take feedback. but don't let them shake what you believe, and don't let them shake who you are. Stay true to yourself. I'm going to take a quick dip and then I'll sign off. So be well, my friends.
Good morning, everybody. I'm out of the cold plunge, really just a chilly plunge today. I've showered, cleaned up. I wanted to take this time to officially announce I'm leaning in and launching the Mindful Classroom Purpose and Performance Coaching. And what that means is I look at this twofold, although there can be other areas, but my real focus is for people who are looking at where do you want to be in your life? Are you doing what you want to do? Are you feeling like you're fulfilling your purpose? And then once you can get that answer, and it's yes, and you know this is where I want to be, how do I achieve the best performance I can achieve while maintaining a work-life balance so that you don't throw yourself into something and give up something else, but you find that perfect sweet spot in work and in life that you can be the high achiever you want to be. You can acquire the success and the fulfillment and all of those qualities while at the same time not forsaking your personal life and the enjoyment that you want to find in life around you. So, when this is over, I will have a slide, a picture up. It has my phone number, it has my email. You can reach out. We can set up. We can set up. See if we connect. We can set up initially one free consultation that we can sit down, we can talk, we can look at some of the things you want to achieve and you want to work with, and maybe even walk out with a little bit of an early answer. If that fits, if that's good, then we can look at moving forward where I can work with you. Probably in the beginning, it'll be a weekly process, but ultimately it'll go bi-weekly and then maybe just a monthly check-in. That's really completely up to you. So just to further clear this up a little bit too, the idea of coaching is very interesting. People get confused by that. And the course that I took, I did a Jay Shetty certification. It was, I would say, really probably went almost a full year of me doing hours coaching, me doing lessons, reading books, going through the process. And one of the things that Jay talked about in this is when you look at the idea of what coaching is. If you go to a therapist, we're going to use this idea of driving a car. If you go to a therapist, it's largely because the car is not working right. And the therapist gets under the hood. They really get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on in the car. If you go to a counselor, the counselor's kind of like that roadmap. They give you directions, they tell you where you should be going. Coaching relies on you making the decisions. I just ask questions so that you can formulate the answers that are probably already there, that probably already exist, but you're unsure of them, you're not confident enough to realize them. Sometimes you just need to hear yourself say them. So I'm more of that person sitting in the passenger seat while you're driving, and I'm asking you, why are you taking this route instead of that route? Why do you think this is a better way for you to go right now? Why are you going as fast or as slow as you're going? I'm questioning along, but you're giving the answers so that ultimately you're coming up with your own solution, which is honestly what's most important. I'll be very upfront from my own readings, from my own studies. I've also done work in meditation. I have a certification through MMTCP, which is, if you know anything about meditation, that's Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach, two of the best in the field. I will most likely, if you are open to it, open our sessions with a short meditation so that we can be present in the moment and then move forward from where we're going. The other influences I carry with me are the Stoic writers. I've done a lot of readings of the Stoic writers, Epictetus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and others. And I also come from a Buddhist philosophical background. So they're really the two things that I'm bringing forward. So, as I said, I will post all of my information. I look forward to you reaching out. We can sit down and we can have a consultation. We can have a meeting. We can see where things are. But welcome to the Mindful Classroom. I hope you'll join me.